I hope this finds you well. I'm going to put another video out on this because I put one out a couple of days ago, I think, and it's quite comprehensive and complex when you look at this type of training. And for the most part, I gibber on about stuff and all that lot, and I might have confused some people. And also, I just felt like it needed a bit more of a different approach that people, when they're watching both videos, might get a better idea of what we're kind of talking about. When you train or you're racing, okay, there are different types of training models, and people respond to different ones. I, for example, my body type responds well to deficit training. I get myself to a level where I'm tapping into the right balance type of training, increasing my VO2 max and my lactic threshold, coming into like race week or month, and then I do some deficit stuff. I'll go over the hills, the weight's too heavy, the distance is too much, and the speed is a bit too much, and I start declining towards the end. I respond well to that. It gives me lots of confidence. I think my muscle fibers respond well to that. And I'm well on my way then. When I deload, I've done more than I need to, and it just feels lighter, I feel stronger, and I feel faster. Other people don't work well with that, but what I'm trying to say is that's a very, very, very small part of my training right at the end, and it's specifically for me, and maybe a few others. But for the most part, my training is paced. I'm working in the right levels for the amount of time at the time that I am in my training program. So at the beginning, I'm not pushing myself too hard. And as I progress through my training program, I start to just test the boundaries of that. When you run, if you're running for about 3 hours, let's say, over whatever course, you will probably tap into, if you're going uphill or downhill or whatever, and you're pushing the pace as you go through, you'll be working at 60%, 70%, and 80%, and 85%, and even 90% towards the end, or even on some of the inclines. But all of those areas need to be paced. The distance needs to be paced. The elevation parts need to be paced. Because when you work above 82% of your maximum heart rate, you start to use glycogen more, like a lot more. When you're working below 82%, like on an LSD run, you don't need a lot of glycogen. You burn fat. Glycogen stores are not needed that much. If you go out on a run and you work too hard at the beginning, you are tapping into those glycogen stores. And because you're not warmed up, you're not efficient at tapping into those glycogen stores, and so you utilize them a lot quicker than you should do. If you warm up quickly and you're using your fat stores, and then you start to use your glycogen stores as and when you're needed by pushing their pace more and more once you're warmed into it, it's a lot freer to come and it lasts longer. Make sure you pace your races. Make sure you pace your training. Really, really important to maximize the benefits. If you overcook it too early, you can't play catch up. Thanks for listening. Come and join us at Elite Outdoor Fitness.